Hey, I'm TC, your girlfriend, not girlfriend, and the most honest F buddy you've never had. Today's topic, how to manage expectations with your friends with benefits. Let's get into it. The first step, which is a very important step and falls in line with what I tell you about being open and honest. Be very clear about what you are able and willing to provide. What do I mean by this? I mean, from the get-go, which is what day one, I let a person know that I'm open to having a good time, experiencing life, having fun. We can have a great time, really, but I'm not open to any sort of long-term relationship. I let them know that, I don't waste no time. I'm very, very clear on that because I don't want anybody to feel like I've lied to them or I've been leading them on. That makes me cringe to even think about a person feeling like I led them astray. I want someone to know exactly what I'm able and willing to offer from the get-go. That could be a range of things, right? It could also mean right now I am emotionally kind of closed off, but I do one day want to have a husband, wife, whatever, with kids. I will eventually want a relationship, maybe not with us, but that's where I'm headed. But right now I'm good in just being able to have fun with somebody or experience life with somebody or whatever it is. Just be very open and honest about what you can provide to them and even some of your expectations from them to you. The next thing is to be consistent. Remain true to the boundaries you set. If you let them know that you're able to provide limited intimacy or you're able to provide spontaneity and fun, but not much else, like you can't really hang with them too often, you get busy with work or whatever it is, you got other stuff going on, be consistent with that. Don't all of a sudden, your schedule has changed temporarily and has allowed for you to invite them into your life more often. Like instead of you being able to see them once or twice a week, like you kind of told them you're able to offer them in the beginning, you're now temporarily able to see them 6 days out of the week, 5 days out of the week. Don't go and start seeing them 5 days out of the week and you know it's a temporary situation. That is just for now. Be okay with being by yourself so that you can remain consistent and keep those boundaries set in place. Because when you have those boundaries and then you break them and then you try to put them back up, good luck. It's going to cause friction and it could cause that person to feel like you're kind of selfish and not feel safe to move freely with you throughout a friends with benefits relationship because you're just going to do whatever you feel at any time you feel without any consideration to how they may feel about it. Yeah, they may want to spend more time with you and it may feel good for them to spend more time with you. But when you're no longer able to do that because your schedule switches back or you've added another player to your field, how is that fair to them? How is that going to make them feel? So remain consistent, keep your boundaries in place. The next thing is initiating a check-in if or when you feel like your boundaries are being pushed or are trying to be pushed. So let's take that last example of you spending more time with that person because now you have it, but you know that you may not, have it going forward. Well, let's say you said from the get-go, I can only spend a couple times with you during the week because I got other stuff going on. I got other friends, blah, blah, blah. And this person continually presses you out about spending more than just those couple of days. So they're trying to spend every morning they hitting you up like, oh, are you doing anything today? Can we hang out today? You need to have a check-in with that person because they didn't get it. Either they didn't get it or they're choosing not to respect it. Either or, you got to put a stop to it right then and there. So this is essential to keeping expectations in check and aligned because if they start pushing for more access to you and you start allowing them to get more access to you, then they can feel like they can push you into other stuff like a relationship. And I actually have a specific example from one of my friends with benefits who that did happen to. So not from me to him, but from him with another F buddy of his. So just know you got to nip that in the bud. And the last thing, which I talked about in the beginning and I harp on a lot on this channel, be open and honest about when things change. So you at the beginning of this and all throughout, you've told them what you're able to provide. You've remained consistent in those boundaries that you set and you don't allow them to push you past where you say you are able to go with them. Well, if and when things are changing and it's not necessarily a push, but it is more of you falling into changing some of those boundaries and changing some of those things you said you couldn't provide before, be open and honest about that. And be open and honest about why. If you are feeling a certain type of way, it is your responsibility to share that. I stand on that. You need to share that so that that person can now decide if they are comfortable moving into a different space with you, or if they are comfortable in continuing the route that you guys are going down. But give them that ability to choose. It's only fair. So that is all I have to say on managing expectations in a friends with benefits relationship. The more open and honest you can be, the better. The more you set things on the table, right off bucks, the better. Of course, if you have any further questions for me, or you want to know more about my personal experience with doing some of this, feel free to ask. I have no problems with sharing. But as always, guys, until the next video, be free, have fun, be safe, and enjoy.